warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back with me, Rima luthfiah. Okay guys, in this video I'm going to tell you about 10 articles that I have read in this semester. So for the first, let me tell you all of the topics. So the first topic is audiolingual method as method in improving speaking ability of second semester English department student of Unrika. And second is the use of community language learning or CLL in teaching speaking. And the third is communicative language teaching through speaking activities designed in a textbook. And the fourth is the use of learning media on listening skill in teaching Indonesian to speakers of other language or TESOL. And the fifth is improving students' speaking skill by using their spoken audio recording in the middle school. So, next, the sixth is teaching reading by using directed activities related to the text or the ART for the students. And the seventh is the use of digital story in teaching writing narrative text. And the eighth is the efficacy of ICT-based interactive games in fostering learning outcome of Indonesia EFL young learners. And the ninth is analyzing autonomous learning at first grade of junior high school students. And the last one is improving the students' motivation in learning English through Google Meet during the online learning. So, let's move to the first topic. So, the first article is audiolingual method as method in improving speaking ability of second semester English department students of Unrika by Niti Herawati. So the purpose is to find answers of the problems related to achievement of increased use of the audiolingual approach in second semester students of the English department, and also to develop competencies such as native speakers in English. And the result is, after doing the pretest before applying the audiolingual method, the result of the pretest, most of the students got a moderate score of 56 until 65. And after the audiolingual method was carried out, there were differences in the result before and after. Based on the research, it's known that the average score of the second semester students of the English department is 76 and 17. Most of the students scored better than the pretest with a score range of 66 until 80. So, the second article is the use of community language learning or CLL in teaching speaking by Erwandi and Eka Sukmawati. So, the purpose is to find out the effectiveness of using CLL in teaching speaking at the first grade students of SMPN 18 Mataram. And the result is community language learning or CLL is effective in learning to speak. This based on the results of observations. With this method, students can express their ideas in their mother tongue and teachers who translate in foreign languages. So, the third article is communicative language teaching through speaking activities designed in a textbook by Mariska Firyadi. And the purpose is this research aimed to contribute to material development as well as to promote in-depth reuse analysis on a particular aspect in the recently revised textbook. And the result indicate that the communication activities most accommodating functional purpose were sharing information with a restricted cooperation. Students' limited linguistic competence was the main consideration in choosing such activities. Doing class survey activity is one way to facilitate students to at least interact with their classmates in the context of the classroom. The structural activities and exposure of dialogues serve as scaffolding activities to lead the students to be able to practice their speaking in conversation. So next is the use of learning media on listening skill in teaching Indonesian to speakers of other language, TESOL, by Fabio Testi Arians Loren, Andayani, and Budi Setiawan. And this study aims to describe the use of learning media in listening skills in teaching Indonesian to speakers of other language, TESOL, at Integrated Language Service Unit Universitas 11 Maret. And the result of this research is that learning media of listening skill in teaching Indonesian to other speakers language, TESOL, at 11 Maret University Integrated Language Service Unit Surakarta is very useful. Based on the findings in the field, use two patterns, use learning media in classroom and learning media outside the classroom. So next to the fifth article is improving students' speaking skill by using their spoken audio recording in the middle schools by Kristanto Wahyu Widiawan and Elisa Hartati. And the purpose is to improve students' speaking ability, and this study will answer whether the method of teaching speaking using oral audio recordings gives positive results to students' speaking ability problems. And based on the result of data calculations, their oral audio recordings success in improving their speaking skills. At first, the students' speaking ability was very low. They are less motivated to speak English fluently. They are too shy to express their feelings in English, and they are also afraid of making mistakes in language production. But after being taught by their spoken audio recordings, students can improve their speaking skills. So next to the sixth article. Next is teaching reading by using directed activities related to text, DART, for the students by Niza Shafeni. And the purpose is to describe how the teaching reading through the DART method. The article supported by a literature review of DART theory in teaching reading. The information about DART is supported by expert theory, and it can be used as source of information about English teaching methods. And the result, theoretically, reconstruction and analysis activities in the ART can be such the effective ways in helping the students in teaching reading. And referring to the procedure of the ART and teaching model, it can be applied by the teacher in teaching reading. However, teacher needs to control the application of the method in teaching of reading. And the seventh is the use of digital story in teaching writing narrative text by Lilis Yulia Friatin and Umi Jauhara. And this research was aimed especially to investigate how the teacher uses digital story in teaching writing narrative text, and to discover why the teacher uses digital story in teaching writing narrative text. And the result, the research found some teachers reason in teaching writing narrative text by using digital stories. First of all, the students were motivated and interested in writing narrative text by using digital stories because it can help students to practice collaborative learning. After that, digital stories can be used to motivate students' writing, improve presentation skills, and improve their understanding of their teacher's material. Besides, the digital stories let students own their creative work, taking the narrative process to them. The use of digital stories in teaching writing narrative text also makes the students felt fun and not bored in the classroom. And the is the efficacy of ICT-based interactive games in fostering learning outcome of Indonesia EFL young learners by Alit Winanda Prilia, Dr. Nimadar Minisi MA, and I Putu Ngurahwage Yartawan SPD MP. And the purpose of this article is to investigate how far the information and communication technology or ICT based educational games developed through the PowerPoint program by Mahadewi and Redmeaning C 2016 are effective in fostering elementary school students' English learning outcome. And the result from the result of the study and obvious that the ICT-based interactive games test could successfully help improve the learning outcomes of the students in their learning of English. In addition, a minor observation from the classroom atmospheres during the implementation of the game showed that the games could make the class become more fun, active, and motivated. Finally, it can be inferred that the ICT-based games developed by Redmeaning C and Mahadewi 2016 have a high potential to benefit young EFL learners in their learning of English, both in terms of their learning enthusiasm and learning outcome. So the need is analyzing autonomous learning at first grade of junior high school students by Fitri Wulansari, Hari Yufrizal, and Harkapi Hasan. And the purpose is to investigating the implementation and autonomous learning. Autonomous learning consists of three aspects: self-planning, self-monitoring, and self-evaluating. And the result, referring to the discussion of the research results, the author writes two main conclusions. First, the implementation of self-planning was in the four criteria, 56 and 83%, and the student self-monitoring, 81 and 85% was good criteria, and for the self-evaluating, half of the class implemented it, and it was enough for the criteria, 62 and 53%. And second, from the interview of the English teacher, the teacher claimed that the students got difficulties in the self-evaluating. The students have weakness in rediscussing the material with the others and restudy the material after the class is over. Contrast with the students' questionnaires result, the students show some weakness in self-planning. The weakness was located in students' material preparation, and they admit that they didn't study in advanced learning before the class begins. And the last is improving the students' motivation in learning English through Google Meet during the online learning by Rizal Wahid Permana Putra. And the purpose to find out whether learning through Google Meet can increase students' motivation in learning English. And based on the result of research findings, the researcher draws the conclusion that using Google Meet on the online teaching learning process can improve the students' motivation in learning English. After conducting cycle 1 and 2, the student motivation in learning English significantly increased. And the increase can be proven by the number of students joining the class during the online learning via Google Meet. So guys, that's all about my review article, and thank you for watching my video, and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.